Welcome back, Snax is back. Hey! Okay. Did you miss me?
I did miss you. We've recorded since I've been back.
I know, but it just still feels nice to remember you're real. You know?
Have we? Yeah.
Just once. And then you didn't hang out with me ever
again. No, we didn't. We recorded that one before I left.
No. Oh, we haven't recorded. You came over.
Out.
I was like, no, you were here. We hugged twice.
But this is the first time you're seeing me after Hawaii.
And you're a different color now.
But it's going to fade because it's only 70 in Africa.
Oh. Well, maybe it'll be 70 and sunny. Also, do I look like a manatee?
No.
Oh my god. What? Okay. That's not what we're here for. That's not what we're here for.
No.
We're here for laugh, laugh, giggle, funsies.
Yeah. How are you doing?
I know you didn't mean it as a trick question, but that just like feels like a trick question today.
I know. It's a tough time.
I am okay. It's hard because the world is terrible and like nothing is wrong with me specifically, but I'm also like not particularly happy because bad things keep happening to everyone everywhere and it's sad.
It is sad.
But then it's like weird because you can't just sit and mope because like you have to go to work.
Right.
So now I literally am just confused on how I feel. I was saying to my mom earlier, I was like, this world, like the way that it is just like, I'll be interested to see it when we're really old and they're making shows about like our generation. Like,
right.
This cannot be good for our brains. No. You know?
It's too much. It's really too much.
It's like a lot of bad news all the time about everything.
Everything.
In every direction.
There's like never any good news anymore.
No. Like I have just like stopped. Like I'm an avid news watcher and avid like I love watching CNN and The View and like you know just like shit to hear what's going on and people's opinions and it's like I physically cannot take it. So I've been watching this show on Hulu about Mormons. It's crazy. Or like I've just been watching a fuck ton of Disney Plus lately, honestly. Just like check out.
Yeah.
Like the other night I was really anxious. I had a wonderful, amazing weekend in, I almost said Hawaii. That's not where I was.
That's where I was.
Yeah. I had a wonderful weekend in Wisconsin and it was like so fun. And then I was so sad because my mom was dropping me back off in the city and I was like, I just feel like it was such a fun, happy bubble and like as soon as I go back and have to like pay attention to real life again. And literally, as we were getting off the expressway to, you know, drop me off, I was like, oh my god, there was just a mass shooting in Highland Park. Like, you know, like it literally burst my bubble.
Yeah.
It's fucked up.
It was fucked up. And
but like, we'll talk about it because it's in the top 3. But before we get into that, how are you feeling? How's the mental?
It's not good. Hawaii was amazing. I've been back for just over a week now, and it's been terrible for just over a week now.
Oh no!
Like, Hawaii was amazing. It was so hot and so nice there, but yeah, it was like I was in this beautiful little Hawaiian tropical bubble, and now I have no money.
Yeah, it's really, really fun when you're up.
Right. The lows are low and the highs are high.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I can afford a high anymore. I mean, I am going to Africa.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all paid for, which is nice. And they said that you can barter with hair ties and socks. So everyone's getting a souvenir.
That's actually pretty cool.
It is pretty cool.
I think that I would be good at bartering.
Yeah, I think it'll take some getting used to. Also, if you were wondering if I made out with anybody at the wedding, of course I did. You know your girl.
Oh, and a good one. He's hot.
He's cute, yeah. I literally walked up to him and said, do you want to make out? And he said, what? I said, do you want to make out? And he said, yeah, let's get crazy.
I love that about you. I can't
but
ever
it wasn't that crazy. Like, we have hooked up here before. So it wasn't like I went up to a stranger.
Yeah, which would be
This
fine.
time.
But this time, no, I was telling you, it is like a little Mary-Kate and Ashley movie. You know, it's like kiss a boy somewhere fun.
Yeah, it would be funner if he talks to me.
I think that he's scared of you.
I think he's scared of me too.
I don't think that he's not talking to you because he doesn't like you. I think that
Well, I texted him over the weekend.
you didn't tell me that.
I'll fill you in later.
Okay. I was like, are you, what the fuck?
No, it was fine. Like, nothing bad. Nothing good. Nothing bad.
Yeah, we've just been living such separate lives lately. It's honestly crazy. This is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I got trapped on the Pearl Harbor.
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell that story on the TikTok or something.
Yeah,
I
that
don't want
would
to
be
be insensitive, but like, I'm traumatized.
Like, no offense to the people who died at Pearl Harbor. No, you can have like
I was
trauma,
literally
trauma,
like,
trauma.
this is a nightmare, and then I was like, that's terrible. Like, there's a bunch of dead people underneath this thing.
Yeah, but like, just because they had a bad time doesn't mean you can't also have a bad time.
Yeah, like I'm aware that was horrible. That was a serious tragedy.
Yeah, but reality is relative, you know. Like, you know, when you're having a terrible time and then like your food's not good and then you complain and then someone's like, "There's people starving in Africa." Like, yeah, there are people starving in Africa and that's really terrible for them. What does that have to do with me feeling bad in this moment, though?
Yeah.
You know, I learned that from my good friend Tabor, and also therapy. Like, you have to also give yourself space to be like, okay, I can recognize other terrible things are happening, but like if I'm upset because,
Yeah.
you know, XYZ, then like I'm allowed to be upset too.
Yeah. But so I got back from Hawaii last Wednesday, and it is now Thursday, and I unpacked on Tuesday.
I feel like that adds up.
I've been.
Also, you were busy as shit. Like, you
I
came
had
back
another wedding this
yeah.
past weekend. Popular. I know about popular.
Yeah, you do. I have a cut I just discovered on my elbow. You see that? Crazy.
Yeah.
I feel like there was something else I wanted to talk to you about during the opener, and I can't remember.
Well, think about it.
It'll come to me, and I'll say it at a completely inappropriate time.
That's what we're here for.
Okay. Do you want to get into the three? Okay. As we alluded a little earlier, there was a mass shooting in Highland Park, and 7 people died, and a lot more people were wounded. So rest in peace to all those people. And if you see something, say something, because it seems like homeboy who did this, there were maybe just a few red flags. And so like just.
And I know you can't judge people by how they look, but like, he was unhinged looking.
Yes, very. But also, I was talking to my grandparents earlier, and like the stuff coming out on the news is like, there are so many disturbing things that happened before in this boy's life. Like, and I'm using the word boy intentionally, like he just turned 18. He is young. He has had some issues for some time. And so just, you know, you can never be too careful these days. If there's somebody around you or somebody that you know of that's seeming a little, it can only help to like tell somebody, because at this point I'm just feeling really overwhelmed. Like, what do you do to prevent these kind of things from happening? Like, you know, like what do you do? Like, so now it's just like you just have to be
maybe
overly.
don't sell a gun to anybody who wants one.
We could do that. So yeah, if you see something, say something. And there's some bills being floated around to change the laws. Like, obviously we can't change the world one step at a time. We can, just like one step at a time. They're working really hard to change the laws in Illinois. And so the best thing you can do is, we did just have a primary, so that's unfortunate, but there will be other voting things coming up, and like all you can do is vote like your life depends on it, because it quite literally does. And I'm laughing just like I'm truly uncomfortable. Like, it's insane. Like, I just feel like you hear about shootings in Chicago all the time, but they're not mass shootings. These are like young kids being stupid with guns, and instead of having a fist fight or like talking shit on the internet like somebody else, they live in Chicago and have access to guns, so that's what they're doing. Or it's gang violence. You know, like, I feel like that is very different. Like, if you get caught in that, it's an accident and it's obviously still a tragedy, but like, this was dark. Like, this was targeted. His plan that he wrote said he wanted to kill everyone. He drove up to Madison, Wisconsin, thinking like to do it again, but then he like chickened out and decided to start driving back to Lake Forest because he wanted to do it somewhere else. Before he actually shot up the parade, he went into a synagogue and was hoping to shoot up a bunch of Jewish people. Like, this was very, very specific, and that feels so yucky, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it's just different, and for it to happen in like a rich, mostly Jewish town, I feel like that was like a deliberate thing. And this same guy, like, he's not alone. He's talking in these chat rooms with like lots of people who are saying these same things, and I think to even have the ideation to do it is scary. And they're saying things like, we should bring back gas chambers and exterminate the blacks and the Asians. Like, it's just crazy. It's crazy. And it's
crazy.
Gross. And so whatever you see, like, I think just, let's all be positive and kind. And like, if you see things that are like fun, great resources to like try to make everything better, share them. Share them with a friend, because that's what it's going to take to make change, because it's scary. That's all I have to say on that. I feel really sad. Rest in peace to all the people. And if you can, there's like lots of GoFundMes going on to help pay for people's medical bills, funeral costs. So if you can, look those up and donate. Or if you want, you can DM me. I'll send you what I've found and donated to so far. Okay, we have to move on. It's upsetting. Okay, so then to get into like fun news. Actually, just kidding. It's not fun. I forgot what was on the list today. Jerry from Cheer. 12 years in prison.
That's a lot of years.
A lot of years.
And like, he's young.
Yeah. So like, it sucks because 12 years is a long time when you're young. Like, to miss 12 years of your life is like, that's I don't know, it's a bigger deal than like if you're 30 something, 40 something and you get sentenced to 12 years. Like, that's still a lot. Like, you've lived your life and now you're going to jail. Like, you're gonna miss out on so much life. And also, it just makes me a little sad because I do think that Jerry's story, as much as it is disturbing, I don't think it's like this crazy outlier. Like, I think that young people need to be very careful about what they're saying on the internet, who they're saying it to. Like, I think it's just like such a thing to like, let me get your snap, and you're not thinking about, I'm this age and this person's this age, and this could be perceived as very inappropriate. And like, like in Jerry's case, the people that he was talking to, at a certain point, they were participating, and so he's not thinking he's doing anything wrong.
Right.
But like, it does not matter whether it was intentional or not. Like, at a certain point, they're all children, and Jerry was not. You know, like, he was past the age to be considered, you know, where it's okay. And then parents got involved, and now he's going to jail for 12 years for child pornography, because that's just the way the cookie crumbles. And so if you're gonna ask for nudes, you gotta be responsible. You can't be creepy. You can't be like, even if it's not that big of a difference to you, like, the law doesn't give a fuck.
Right.
Don't be crazy. So like, that's really sad for him, but I hope that he learned a lesson. And I hope he does his 12 years and it's nice to him and he comes out a better person, because he really did bring so much joy to my heart in Cheer. It makes me really sad that this is how that all played out, because it's just like so gross and like sad. Yeah, all around. And speaking of sad, the next story.
Buddy the Elf's dad.
Oh my god, rest in peace. Also, he's kind of hot.
Shut up, because everyone says that my dad looks like him.
Why would they do that?
I don't know. I think like when my dad was younger, obviously.
My dad.
When my dad was younger.
I always think your dad looks like Bruce Willis.
That's weird.
Why?
Because he's bald?
No, because his face is like this. Like Bruce Willis. You don't think so?
No.
Dude, give your dad like some shoes that like make that click sound, like the man kind, and a gun. And he says like, I don't know, some mean thing, because I feel like Bruce Willis is always saying mean things. Like kick down a door. You don't see it?
No. Interesting.
I don't see it with the other guy. What's his name? James Caan. But also now I feel like I can't ever call him hot ever again, because like, inappropriate, you know? Are you scared?
No.
You look like Jenna Rink.
Um,
It's okay, as long as you're comfy. But the next story is Hayden Panettiere has been doing all these interviews, and honestly, she said it right when she was like, I was at the top of the world and I ruined it. Yeah, sister. Because I wanted to be her. Like,
yeah.
there was a certain time in life, you could not tell me shit. There was nobody cool.
Bring it on all or nothing.
And she was wearing her sports bra like this.
Yeah, that was a very weird scene.
Yeah, but she looked
Cool.
She didn't look cool doing that, but like,
you're all moving to Crenshaw Heights. I love it.
Yeah. Brittany, she's there. Also, one part of the movie it's so insignificant that always sticks with me is like that girl's running track and she's like, can I stop now? And that other girl's like, are you still hungry? And she's like, yeah. And she's like, then no. It's like such a tiny part of the movie, but it makes me laugh so hard every time.
Brianna.
Oh my god, yeah. What a bitch.
Yeah.
Like, so pretty. But like,
no, Brianna was the girl who had to run the laps.
oh, that's fitting.
Whitney.
She was so pretty though. Such a bitch, but so pretty. But Hayden Panettiere was very much.
No, not Whitney. Winnie.
Oh, is it Winnie?
Winnie.
That's what my aunt calls me. So well represented in this movie. But like, Hayden used to really be that girl.
She was that girl.
Dude, I loved her from the very
Especially
first
because
time
she wasn't
I saw
like
her.
a twig. She was
Yeah.
like, oh my god, she's so
Oh my god, what's it in Raising Helen?
Oh my god.
And she, oh my god, no, you guys don't understand. My obsession with her is deep. Like when
Remember the Titans?
yes, that's what I was
Racing
saying.
Stripes?
In Remember the Titans, and she's like so disgusted with the girl playing with the Barbies, but then they like end up being friends. Love, like that is to be a child and be able to act that way. Both those girls, honestly, really crushed the scene. But then she really grew up to do like 700 things that I loved. And honestly, when she snuck out to make out with a boy who can speak Spanish and Raising Helen, I was like, I get it.
Been there.
Same.
Make out, I'm an adult.
I think I was also an adult in it. I don't think I snuck out. I think I was just doing it.
Well,
Like,
I'm glad she's doing better.
I'm glad that she's doing better.
They're beating each other up.
Yeah, but so she said that her happy pills just like accidentally made her have an addiction, and like I think that people really forget like Xanax absolutely is helpful and like great when prescribed. I have it, but I literally am afraid of it because this is what happens to people. Like I would rather just suffer through. Like I only ever am taking it when I feel like it's an emergency. Like, I never refill my prescription. Like, a 3-month script will last me, like, 8 months. Because I'm terrified of, like, this is what happens to people. If you get hooked on it, your life is fucked. Like, fucked. And look at Hayden. But it seems like she's really doing better, and she's, like, getting it together, and she's doing what's best for herself. And so I'm really hoping, you know, similar to Britney Spears. I hope that she, like, has a turnaround and, like, we start seeing her in some stuff again. Because the girl is talented.
Yeah.
And, like, still gorgeous. But, like, the picture she took for the cover of People magazine, like, the hair situation is... It wasn't... I didn't really understand why that picture was chosen to be the cover. But... either way, I'm really happy she's seemingly going to be making a comeback.
Alright, are you ready to get to the topic at hand?
I'm a little scared, but yeah.
Alright, we are talking about how to be a good wing woman. And you think it's easy, but it's actually not. And I think it is actually harder to be a wing woman when you're also single, because you're like,
Yeah.
what about me?
You took the words right out of my mouth. Yeah, just like that. Literally every time I'm like, well, why am I putting an effort for my friend to get a date when, like, I'm not?
Right.
What, like, this doesn't
Unless,
serve
like,
me.
in that moment, it's like...
Like, you can't be selfish.
Right.
Like, if he clearly likes your friend, but, like, is nervous or something. I don't know. You can put in a good word and be like, she doesn't bite unless you like that. Then she will. Maddie actually seriously does bite.
You can't say that with 100% certainty.
Yes, I literally can. You just told me
Oh,
a story.
Okay.
She bites.
Whatever.
But I would make it sound less scary.
It's not scary.
It's sexy.
Yeah. So I feel like we could start with what maybe not to do.
Yeah, I think what not to do is something I did one time. I was a bad wing woman. Don't tell the very cute boy several times that he should talk to your friend. Like, all night I'm gassing my friend. I'm like, oh my god, she's so great. She's so pretty. She's so cool. You should talk to her. Like, she thinks you're so cute. For like an hour. I'm going on and on. I'm telling her, like, oh my god, we've been friends our whole lives. I love her. I would die for her. All true things. Then we had a couple more drinks, and she was just, like, not so into it, and I read the signs wrong. I thought she didn't like him. She was just being shy. But it did seem like she was not
on a
interested.
Saturday night.
Yeah, it just seemed like she wasn't interested. So the timeline is at 2 different bars, okay? We were there for a while at each bar, and I'm going on, and I'm like, oh my god, you should just, like, flirt with her, try it, she's so cool, like, just go talk, buy her a drink. And he's like, she's not feeling it. And then by the time we got to the 3rd bar, I was like, alright, well, you're so hot, so what's up? And then we made out. She was not happy. But it worked out for me. But, like, don't do that, because she was really mad at me, and then I just had to take it, because I was like, yeah, I guess that was kind of
That is bad.
So, like, maybe, you know, don't be a wing woman unless you're actually in it to, like, connect your friend.
Yeah.
Like, you either connect your friend and leave it alone, or she's not interested, you leave it alone.
Right.
You can't then also slide in.
You have to also, like, be honest. Like, if that guy does not like her, you gotta be like, listen, girl,
I'm
he's
sorry.
not into it.
Because, like, sometimes it's just, like, it's okay. Sometimes, like, I always take it as, like, oh my god, he doesn't like me, I'm fucking fugly. But really, it's like, no, maybe it's just, like,
A vibe.
you're not his vibe. Or, like,
Right.
I know sometimes I'll ruin it because, like, it's like, oh, well, I'll talk to her when she's not so drunk. You know, like, it could be anything. Could be anything.
Another thing not to do is, like, be the hype woman all night. Like, oh my god, I'm gonna set you up with all these guys, and all these guys like you. I have a husband, like, I'm doing all the things for you because I need you to whatever. And then, like, literally build a fire the next day and throw your friend onto it by telling everybody else all the things you were doing.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
It's not nice. Because then your friend's like, oh my god, I gotta bring her out everywhere because she is such a great wing woman. And then in the morning, you're like,
Hang on.
wait a second.
Why are you shitting on me right now?
Not funny, ha ha.
Funny weird. Because it's like, why are you making fun of me?
Like, you helped me do all those things that you're now making fun of me for.
Then the next day it's like, oh my god, you should have seen, they're so desperate for any attention. Oh my god, these girls, like, rude.
Yeah. And don't
You started
be a wing woman. Yeah, you said this already, but like, if you're not going to commit to it, like, don't tell me to do something and then be like, oh my god, no, wait, actually don't.
Yeah, like, don't act like I'm embarrassing you for, like, you know, I'm trying to reel it in, and you were helping me, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh my god, what are you doing? I can't be seen with you. That's embarrassing as fuck. Like, honey, we were in this together.
Right.
I'm trying to get on your level. Let's all have husbands.
Yeah, the best wing woman is actually like a married woman, unless
she's gonna act like she's better than you.
Yeah.
That's the only thing about wing women. I feel like I'm very like, I'll do it myself because I hate the commentary.
Right.
I hate the commentary. Oh, also, I just got this thought. Another thing. If you are, like, you know, already dating or married, or you're single friends, it is absolutely fine to be like, oh my god, go talk to my friend Bree, my friend Maddie. She's single. You should introduce yourself. But it's like, not a charity case, though. Like, still send me the good options. Not just like, oh, well, he's single, so I'm sending him your way. Like, I am single, not desperate.
Yeah.
Don't send me some deadbeat jungle freak. Like, you know? I still want a man with substance. I said jungle freak. We watched Mean Girls the other night, and so it's just...
yeah. I went and got pizza for my cousin's birthday the other day. My sister's boyfriend met us there, and I was kind of feeling a vibe from the waiter, but like, I always think that people like me. I really have to itch my boob really quick. And then the waiter walked away, and my sister's boyfriend was like, is he single? I was like, right? Like, I think he was looking at me a lot. And he was like, yeah, I think so too. That is a good wing man.
Yeah, like, you just gotta be supportive.
Like, yeah, and if you didn't think that he liked me, be like, no, I don't think so.
You know who's good at that? Your sister.
Yeah, well, she never thinks anybody likes me.
Yeah, she's always like, I don't think so. Which honestly is appreciated because girls like us, obviously, who doesn't want a piece of this? No, but we just have a tendency to think, like, if somebody is even vaguely, like, very, very vaguely, very
like
loosely,
surface level nice to us,
we're like, oh my god, did you see that? He's obsessed with me.
Like, I asked for a napkin and he gave me 2.
Yeah, it's like, oh man, he's obsessed. Like, we were out of town and the waiter was like telling us our appetizer choices were good, and I was like, yeah, right? Do you want to like hang out? But literally, he was just like being kind.
His job.
He did. No, those weren't free. Never mind. I was like, he gave us free shots, but I'm pretty sure I paid for those.
Yeah, you did.
But like, in my mind, he gave them to us because we were pretty.
Yeah. And like, also, don't be like what do people say? Don't patronize me. Like, if we're out and, okay, so say I'm married and you're like, this guy's so cute, and like, I'm trying to get him to talk to you, and he's like, yeah, but you're so pretty. And like, I would never be like, yeah, but you should talk to Brie. I'd be like, okay, we're done with you then.
Yeah.
Because that's not second to me.
Yeah, that's so mean when people do that. And it's like, well, can you just be nice to her? Like, maybe just try. Like,
yeah, it's like,
no, actually,
let's move on.
Tell him to fuck off.
Cut, print, moving on.
Yeah. Because, like, we want boyfriends. We don't want handouts.
Taste, hand-me-downs. Like,
yeah.
No.
Like, he really
Because then I would always be like, but remember, he liked you first.
Yeah.
I would never forget that. I was just telling my friend today, she was like, am I a good wing woman? I was like, well, whenever we would go to this one bar, everyone liked you better. And she was like, yeah, but I was dating him. And I was like, yeah, so?
She meant well.
She is the pretty one. Like, she's just got that look, you know?
She really is. I have always said that. She is, and like, not in a mean way, but she's so pretty.
It's like she's got the Snow White thing.
She's for sure prettier than both of us.
But
we're pretty too. Just,
we're pretty too.
She's a very classic pretty.
Classic
like
pretty.
Everybody's gonna think that's pretty.
Right. Not everybody thinks these giant balls are pretty.
I don't have giant balls, but I do have brown skin, and not everybody's into that.
Which is crazy. Oh my gosh. But then also, okay. If you have to, we've already said this twice already, but you've got to commit. If we're going out, you can't, like, make me feel dumb. Like, it's not my fault I'm single. It's not my fault that our lives have taken separate paths.
It's not my fault that nobody knows what's good for them out there.
Right. So, like, don't make me feel dumb.
Oh my god, I have
Like,
a friend that,
don't
like,
make
every
me feel
time
lesser than you because I'm not married, I don't have a boyfriend, I don't have kids. Like, that's not my fault entirely.
Yeah. Entirely was a great add-on. I have a friend who, like, every time I'm on the app, she's like, oh my god, I can't believe you do that. Like, I could never. Like, yeah, because you married the first boy that liked you off of an app, and I'm really happy for you. That's really great. Congratulations on your marriage, but that's just not how it worked out for me. So yeah, bitch, I'm still swiping. And when you say that, it's really fucking mean.
Yeah.
I can't believe you do that. Like, what else am I supposed to do? Shrivel up?
Yeah. I like
You
the
know?
friends that are like, okay, I feel like sometimes you're kind of picky, so, like, let me swipe through for you. And, like, I'll show them to you before I make an official
Yeah.
thing, but...
Or, like, my roommate, she's such a hype girl. She's always like, you could date anybody. Anybody would be lucky to have you. When's the last time you opened up Bumble? When's the last time you sent a man on Hinge? Can I send some for you? Do you want to do it together? Let's look at your pictures. Let's update.
Yeah.
Like, she really is like, come on, girl, get out there. Because I really just, like, I'm starting to let myself collect dust. I've been single a really long time.
Me too.
Yeah, but I'm talking single. Like, I haven't even had a kiss in almost a year.
Alright, I say this every time you say that, but you gotta get kissed, girl.
Yeah, but everyone I want to kiss doesn't want to kiss me back. I tried once, and I don't normally get rejected.
I know someone who wants to kiss you, and it's not just me.
It's a boy? Not one of our friends?
Loading bed. No, I told you to kiss him.
Oh my god, now I gotta shut up. Oh god.
Okay, also...
Yeah, you texted me some scandalous shit, and I was standing right next to him, and I had to throw my phone on the table.
Put it in invisible ink.
I know, but I don't know where he popped up, but I was like this.
Because he likes you and he wants to kiss you.
He was literally nowhere
done tomorrow.
I don't know what they're doing. We'll see.
And then that guy can redeem himself.
Okay. Don't. Oops, I forgot we were doing this. We'll make a plan later.
Also, like, okay. So, as I was saying, the trajectory of our lives, you know, I don't know what happened, but here's where we are. This is where we are.
I know what happened. I put all my eggs in one basket, and he didn't give a fuck.
Oh my god. This is not on topic. I'm not going to say the story. But, so, being a good wing woman also implies that you are not selfish. Like, me getting a boyfriend isn't going to do anything to you.
It better not. Good. You know, sometimes people say that, and then it does.
Well,
and then you have to be. Then you have to be.
I'm kidding.
And you have to be unhappy for your friends.
No,
Like,
you never should be unhappy for your friends unless they're making dumb choices.
I'm unhappy for my friends sometimes, and like not in
When?
an out loud terrible way.
Me?
But a little bit of a jealous bitch, so like maybe I'm sure at one point I will never ever, I'm aware it is a me thing. Like sometimes I have to remind myself like it is a choice, right? To like be happy and supportive for your friends. Like you can choose to be pouty and like rude and like make them feel bad, or you can be like I feel away when everyone's like everyone everywhere is getting engaged, and I'm like, that's so fucking annoying. Like in my head, I'm like, I am not happy that that's happening. I'm happy for you that that's happening. Like I'm glad that this good thing is happening to you, but in general, I'm not happy. This sucks because like now it's like I don't know. It's like the older you get and the longer like you're not engaged. Also, people start to look at you like, oh, what'll happen for you? It's like stop talking to me like I'm a fucking baby.
Right.
It's annoying, but like I'm happy for you, but like also not.
Yeah.
And so like
It's
I choose to be
tough.
supportive of you and your journey, and I just like would love that in return. Like don't do the weird baby talk thing or okay, it's gonna happen for you. Like totally. It's like when and then you tell me all the stories about like your beautiful love story, and it's like that's great.
Yeah, we could
not
be married
helpful.
though.
I could be married, and it would probably suck.
I could be married and rich, but I'm not because I have morals.
Yeah, you actually really could. I could be married, and the rich part is a big question mark, but I can think of 3 different men that like I very much could have settled and just like married any of them.
Yeah, but we don't want to settle. And
it's gonna be fun when it happens to us, if it happens to us,
and we need your
chose.
help. So that's why you gotta listen to us on how to be a good wing woman, and then when we hang out, you'll know what to do and what not to do. And then we can all hang out with our boyfriends and husbands together.
Oh my god, that would be so
Until
fun.
then, we're third wheeling.
And like honestly, don't you feel bad for us? Because it's just like not what we deserve.
No.
Also, I thought you were going a different route with that. Like I was saying, if you can help us, but you already listened to our show and you think that we're cool. So like tell your friends to also listen to our show so that we can climb the ranks. And then I don't have to worry about finding a rich husband because I am my own source of rich money.
Yeah.
Step 1. Step 2, Snax blows up, and now I've got a little bit of internet clout, and I can slide into the DMs I deserve to be in. And that's in your hands.
Yeah.
So like, you
Our
gotta
fate
do
lies
the
in
right
your
thing.
hands. Does that feel like a good bow?
I do.
So help us help you. Help us.
Have you ever seen, this is such an obscure movie reference, but have you ever seen Kronk's New Groove?
No.
Okay, it's the sequel to The Emperor's New Groove. And there's a part where Yzma, the scary frail bitch, is like, help me to help you to help him. I feel like that's what we're doing right now. Help you to help me to help
You
whoever
to help me.
he might be, to put a ring on my finger.
Yeah. And with that being said, you can tell everyone you know to follow us at _snacks in the city on Instagram, or on Twitter you can follow us at snacks_in the city. Our personal handles on all platforms are at Maddie Rossetto and at Brianna_Irene. You can follow us on TikTok and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Snacks in the City, snacks with an X. And with that,
Snacks out.
so on the 4th of July.
Oh my god.